podcast by two guys who have imposter syndrome and are now game developers and also know nothing about comedy. That doesn't really roll off the tongue,
It's
does
not
it?
quite as good as the one we've been doing for 450 plus episodes, but, you know.
We know nothing about game design nor
It's
comedy. I don't remember. I don't fucking remember
what do we say
do
again?
it anymore. Welcome to Bistorm, a comedy game design podcast by two guys who know nothing about comedy nor game design.
There it is.
Yes, that's right. That feels right.
Yeah.
My name's Trevor Scott. This is Ben. Hello.
Hello.
We're trying things out.
Yeah, look, we've got a bit of a weird one anyway.
Normally, we would be in the same room because it is Christmas. Cantaslaws and all these merry elves are down there in the South Pole.
Mrs.
Preparing to...
Claus, Mrs. Slaws. I don't remember all the law, but you'll remind me, I'm sure.
I'm sure I will. Mrs. Claus, who is actually the the mastermind behind all of this, married Santa's brother, Cantaslaws, but is also, still with Santa Claus, and she's playing both sides, and she's leading a revolt against everyone else.
Yeah,
the big elf uprising. Now next year we've got like a huge phase planned out of what's going to happen with this whole world.
We've got it all sketched out,
all sketched out, just like
plan.
Auntie Donna do with with their Pud thing,
the Pud cinematic universe,
Pud legacy, yeah. So we're doing the Bitstorm cinematic universe, but it's all in games. So we've got a whole heap of games.
It's not just
coming out
cinematic universe; it's a game. It's a
Game-o-matic.
Metaverse. I think that's a new. No one's used that term, right? Metaverse. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got metadata, we've got games, and it's a universe, so metaverse.
Yeah. Things might go a little bit off the rails. We are usually in the same room, but we were going to be, but yes,
we were going to. Had I not told Ben that my wife and son both have influenza A, maybe we would have still been.
Yeah, if Trevor had hidden his infectious diseases from me,
I'm pretty sure I told you earlier in the day that Bianca and James are all sick.
I think you had mentioned that they were sick. I didn't. Anyway, it's probably for the best, even though it's a shame. But I don't want to
I
get
feel
sick.
great.
Yeah, you feel good. And hopefully, I'm hoping you don't get it. But also,
I have been nowhere near my family for the last 2 days.
So anyway, Trevor's isolated in the house that he's not even living in anymore.
And
I'm in my usual
I'm
spot.
isolated here just so I can record and fucking shout at you right now through the microphone. We've sort of worked out how I can do it going forward, but it's fucking hot here today. So I decided to come home, have the air conditioning on, and yeah.
But yes, this is our Christmas episode. It's coming out a few days before Christmas, assuming we get it edited on time. Otherwise, maybe a few days after Christmas. But I think we're going to sort of do some click pitch, but with a Christmassy spin, like we sort of usually do for our Christmas episode.
Yeah,
we've got a different random word generator.
We've got a different random word generator because Trevor doesn't have his full PC here, and he forgot to turn the random word generator bot on. But that may have actually helped because we're using randomwordgenerator.com, and it seems like it's got a lot of choices that we can do there. So potentially there might be a new bot coming with
some better words, and we'll no longer have our fucked up click pitch or whatever we were calling it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's 5 minutes wasted on an intro.
Rambling. Yeah, so it's too long. So
I'll probably not cut any of that because I can't.
Apologies to our loyal listeners for the rambling intro, but we're going to get into it now.
We might go for a little bit longer.
Yeah, make up for it.
But we might. Probably not. We've got two to record tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to get a word each.
Yes.
And then the third word is going to be Christmas.
Yes.
So I have the word intervention.
Oh. I have the word instruction.
Ooh, okay. I kind of like the idea of this is all about holding an intervention for a drunk elf.
Okay. Yep.
But in the meantime, while they're holding this, the presents have to still get made. So I like the idea that, you know, the intervention is going on, but you've also got
You're having to duck out to like
duck out and follow the instructions to
check
to
the
make
assembly
sure
line and
yeah.
all right. Well, maybe the intervention can kind of be one part of a larger game where you're playing an elf run off their feet on, you know, Christmas Eve or leading up to Christmas at Santa's workshop, and you are sort of having to, you've got almost a bit of a like Untitled Goose Game-ish thing of there is a way to get all of this done in this place, but it's mostly just walk around, you find interesting little things, you can solve that task for them, you can, you know, or you can just ignore it and go and find something else to do. And so you sort of get a sense of the space and the characters and the elves and Santa and everything that's there. But you're not kind of forced down a direction or a linear narrative.
Okay. Now I'm starting to wonder, is it better to have Santa have the intervention? Like the elves are holding an intervention for Santa. That's why they've all stopped and why they're not on the assembly line, because this is really important and they all know Santa.
Yeah, it's taking forever because they've all got their speeches about how Santa's, you know, overindulgence in milk and cookies every Christmas. And it turns out that, you know, he sneaks brandy into all the milk now.
Yeah.
He just tops it up a little bit.
And it gives him such a massive hangover that he's useless for the entire year.
Well, and it's actually slowing down
much.
Christmas. You know, it used to be that once every 5 or 6 years they'd have to use their little, you know, time machine, the flux capacitor in the sleigh, go back and double up, you know, so that 2 Santas can be working at the same time, just to get those last few
that's
across.
every year now.
But it's every year now. And 3, 4, 5 Santas, you know, he's having to do it over multiple days.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
And you know what? This time he also went to the same place twice. Nearly caused a massive meltdown when 2 Santas were there in the same place.
Yeah, he's not keeping up. He's not his old self.
No. And he refuses to call his brother. Cantasaurus could have helped. He could easily be a second.
If they just make up, and you know, get along.
Mrs. Claus, and you know, she could easily put aside her grudges, stop leading the revolt. Just, you know, help out just this one time.
So all this is coming up.
There you go. There's 3 of them.
All this is coming up in the intervention. I like the idea that it starts with the intervention, and then, and then you get called, or like you're asked to go and get refill the hot chocolate refreshments or something that they're all drinking. And that sort of takes you out into, you know, the main workspace, and you see there are a few stragglers left. You know, they couldn't completely leave it unattended. But, you know, you come to one and they're like, hey, can you watch the assembly line so I can go do my speech at the intervention? And, you know, that's one little task you can do if you say yes. Or, you know, and eventually you do bring back the hot chocolate. Every time you go back into the intervention room, there's a different elf reading out a speech. You know, we can just have a ton of them recorded. You know, I'm almost picturing you know, well, and I hate to bring him up because he's pretty cancelled, but like a Justin Roiland-ish, I'm picturing the sort of improvised silliness
character
of each time it's a different character, just like, bringing up all this stuff that we just spoke about.
Yeah. Oh God. There's something about that, and also having to make sure that, oh shit, you know, I've been listening to this for too long. It's been too interesting, but now, you know, the presents are backing up and you know, there's a jam in.
Yeah, I think
Uncle
if you
Bayer
stay
3.
there too long, like the alarms start going off and you've got a task assigned that you have to go and deal with. But you could also just not go back to the intervention, and like there's other stuff going on. Maybe you can come across Mrs. Claus. She's, you know, in her section of the of the building, and
Yeah, I mean, you know that she won't have a bar of it. Like she's over him and all this sort of stuff.
Oh yeah,
you know,
they're basically doing a trial separation.
sort of
She's almost got like a separate apartment off the side of the the workshop, and
yeah. But she has to be near either the South or North Pole because that's how they get their longevity.
Yeah,
because if she moves too far away for too long, she turns into the Crypt Keeper from.
Yeah. I mean, and that's
because it turns out the magic only keeps her so young.
Yeah, and that's just a general thing with all Santa beings, Christmas beings. Yeah. Basically, the closer to the equator you are, the faster you age, and it takes they give some of that up when they're delivering to those places, but they kind of regenerate over the year usually, and that's part of the problem too. Yeah. It's taking too long. He's not getting his full regeneration cycle in.
No, because he's doing it like 5 days instead of the one.
So he's actually slowly aging more than he otherwise would be.
Yeah. 6 days at a time.
Yeah. 6 days every year. That's it.
And the thing is, it's showing. It's showing. I mean, one of the elves was telling me that, it's potentially only, a week or two away from him actually dying.
Well, and it's a vicious cycle too, right? Because he's had all those accidents because he's been aging for the past 100 years or so.
He broke his hip.
And that slows him down even more, and he gets even less regeneration. And I mean, they've talked about really the only solution has been is to skip a couple of Christmases, but we haven't quite reached that point yet.
No.
So.
No, if he can't regenerate some of those days, he'll inch, closer to, it's at the moment probably like 7 minutes to midnight. When he gets to 2 minutes to midnight,
that's it.
Fucked.
Yeah.
No coming back. Let's click again.
Yeah.
3 to 1 click.
I have Safari.
Simplicity.
Simplicity Safari.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's take Safari as like a tour as opposed to a hunting expedition.
Yeah. We want to stay away from...
Yeah.
We want to stay away from that sort of stuff tonight. Simplicity. I like the idea of a tour,
like a minimalist kind of game, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking, how they did like mini metro and stuff, mini motorways, cutting it down. How do you cut a safari down to, very simplistic representations of what's happening? It's a bit difficult because you're trying to find wild animals.
Yeah, but it's also sort of is this like an open range zoo sort of thing where you're like, okay, how do we actually organize this? And the Christmas comes from you just put Christmas hats on all the animals.
Yeah, it's Christmas edition.
How you kind of help them see, and
are they
or be seen? I do like the idea.
Are they reindeer? Are they special reindeer that they're trying to find? That could be the Christmassy aspect too.
And they're the only ones who don't have Christmas hats on.
Because it's just too gauche. It's too, they're Santa's reindeer.
Yeah.
They can't be wearing a Christmas
all
hat.
the other animals, and I'm talking about all the other animals.
All of them, down to the last
mosquitoes.
Mosquito, yes. I was going for a bug.
If you look at them, I was like, what's that jingle? Where are those jingle bells coming from? Oh shit!
Instead of the usual annoying little whine, you're hearing a little jingle in your ears. Slap.
I kind of like the idea that they couldn't quite get them that small, so it's just this hat that's flying around.
It's like it's covering
just
the whole.
A bunch of them under a hat.
I mean, from a graphical fidelity point of view, it will be difficult.
Yeah. But then again, that's what binoculars are for.
Binoculars,
Yeah.
I suppose. More like microscopes in some way, but I guess if it lands on the binocular lens, you might get a fuzzy view of it. Or look through them backwards.
It depends on how far away it is. Like, you know, telescope. You can.
Yeah, I guess you
if
can
it's really far away, then it's a telescope.
Yeah.
It can see things from very far away. It can see Saturn. It can focus on a fucking mosquito.
I'm sure that's how focal lengths work. It can see a mosquito on Saturn, potentially.
Exactly. See, now you
That's
get
what
more
Saturn's
into
rings
that.
are made up of. Actually, it's just swarms of mosquitoes, and it's really weird. Like that, no one knows how they know that to have to put on the Santa hats at Christmas time.
And the thing is, if we didn't have Christmas here, would they still be wearing the Santa hats? And
astronomers have been asking that question for generations.
Decades. Yeah. I mean, generations. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Saturn and its rings have been known since, Galileo's time. So that's centuries at this stage.
Yeah, I think I've seen the little sketches that he put in his notebook of the mosquitoes wearing Santa hats that he was theorizing even at the time. It was quite amazing. He couldn't see them, but he did the math.
And he didn't even know about Santa at the time.
Math.
This is the fucked up thing.
No. But he drew them perfectly.
Santa wasn't created until, the 1940s.
Until the Coca-Cola company.
So what's this game actually about?
I don't know. Minimalist Safari.
I like the idea of this being sort of like a top-down game, and you're sort of like creating the paths through this open world safari. You're not creating like concrete paths, as it were.
Well, and I think you keep
range.
it very minimalist anyway. I think you're almost creating
that's where the simplicity
bushland and you're sort of setting just some very basic parameters around. Okay, this section is bushier, and this section is plains, and here's a water hole, and then we maybe even have some simple behaviors then that these animals follow. And you're sort of trying to attract them in a way that makes your safari worth going
so if we
on.
go with simplicity from the standpoint of all the animals and all that sort of stuff, I kind of like the idea of going a little bit more complex on the way that you control characters or whatever. That it's a first person thing.
Everything's
my brain
cubes.
just said, but everything needs to go
capsules.
Is where my brain just went, because it needs to be complex. But no, we can keep this more simple. But I do like the idea of, you're now looking around, and you've got a few tools at your disposal to try and find these things, and you got to kind of, as you're searching around for the reindeer without the
Santa hats,
without the Santa's hats. I kind of like the idea that maybe one or two of them, they're wearing red hats, but they don't have the jingle bell on them.
Yeah, okay. It's like a Where's Wally situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the further it goes through, the harder it sort of becomes.
It's like some of them are wearing hats with bells, but they're like fedoras.
Exactly. So you can't go based on sound alone.
No, that's it. You can't just find the lack of... Wait, aren't we looking for the ones without the hats?
They're without the Santa hats.
Oh,
but they
right.
can still be wearing hats.
Okay, you're saying they're wearing... Okay, yes, I understand. So in that case, the red fedora with the bells, actually, that's Dasher.
That's not a Santa hat. I mean, sure, Santa may wear that, in the bedroom with Mrs. Claus.
Yeah,
but
on special occasions.
That's behind what happens behind closed doors.
Yeah.
That's between a man and his wife, and
Dasher,
and the copious amounts of elves, and Dasher.
Yeah, only because he gets pissed off every time Santa steals his hat. It's like, damn it! Is it Mrs. Claus's birthday again?
3, 2, 1, click.
Yeah, okay.
That's fun. Incredible.
Competition.
The incredible competition.
The incredible Christmas competition.
Competition.
It's competing Santas?
Okay. No. I kind of like this as like every year a competition is held in this slightly different universe. Every year a competition is held to get a ticket to go visit Santa in the North Pole. And it's the incredible competition,
Willy Wonka
Christmas
kind
competition.
of situation.
It's a Willy Wonka kind of thing, but it's like, it's cutthroat out there. Like people are really wanting to win this, and I think the game can have lots of little mini game sort of thing of, best present wrapping and fastest and best present wrapping.
Okay,
and,
so maybe like a bit of a
stocking stuffing,
like a bit of a Mario Party situation, almost of competing to get the ticket by being the most Christmassy.
Exactly. That's
cool.
Who can stay on the Polar Express the longest without throwing up from the uncanny valleyness?
From the uncanny valley, yeah. Okay, that's good.
What else?
Who can visit Scrooge and get him to buy a giant turkey for Tiny Tim?
Exactly. Who can turn Scrooge from being a cunt to being, a regular human being? That shouldn't actually be celebrated, but it should just be, this is the norm, Scrooge.
Yeah,
whoever can do that the fastest with the least amount of ghosts. Whoever can do it with the least amount of ghosts.
Okay.
For a second, I thought you said least amount of goats. And that makes me think, if you can use something that isn't ghosts, that's even better. As long as it sort of works with the, starts with the same letter and ends with the same letter,
right?
I.e.,
and has at least a slant rhyme in there.
Yeah, slant rhyme.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Who can dress as Santa the most?
Ugliest sweater.
Oh, yes.
So it's like a sweater decorating mini game.
Who can be around their family without arguing the longest?
Oh, yeah. Keeping politics out of it.
Yep.
Most explosive cracker.
Yes.
Wait, who can put the shitty paper crown on their head without it tearing?
Oh my God, that's like that's the hardest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, who gets? And this is just a random one. Who gets the best prize out of the bonbon? Like it is just a random choice. One of them has the best prize.
Maybe that's actually one of the ways, like one of the ways that you decide like who goes next, or how Mario Party has different things.
Yeah. Unfortunately, best is subjective when it comes to bonbons.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. You might get a fucking the kind of thing of one thing that's in like a tiny comb. I don't know. There's all sorts of weird shit in it.
You can get dice. You can get
like
little cards.
A single playing card for some reason.
You can a single playing card. You can get a magic trick in some of these things.
That's true.
They're the really cool ones. You can get a bottle opener. I've gotten a bottle opener out of one of these before. You can get a paper clip and pretend the clippy is there and going.
Well, and if you're really lucky, you'll get the bonbon that's been tampered with, and your dad put a dirty joke in it.
Yeah,
which my dad actually did one year.
Oh, I mean, who can say the best Christmas joke out of the bonbon? Like that's yet again another mini game, but it's also
Can you make it funny?
The best? Yeah. Can you make the Christmas joke funny? I mean that in itself, like you got to rewrite it so you can sort of you can switch
is
out.
This like maybe it's like Jackbox style, actually.
Why not? I think a Jackbox style Mario Party thing would actually be kind of fun.
That would be cool.
With different mini games and different things that you got to actually do, but it's different things on your phone that you got to actually kind of do within the game.
Yeah, yeah.
I really like that. And then everyone gets to vote on their phone as to who they think actually won. Who did get the best prize?
That's it. Who told the joke best? Yeah.
Yeah. And you're not allowed to vote for yourself. That's the thing.
Of course.
You're never allowed to vote for yourself because, otherwise it's fucked. Because everyone just votes for themselves and then it's a draw.
No, who wants to play that?
That's fucking weak sauce. 3-1 click.
Yeah. Realism.
Mechanical.
Ooh. Mechanical realism at Christmas.
Yeah. Ooh. There's something about either mechanical Santa.
Okay.
Or mechanical reindeer.
Yeah. Automatons. Is this a world where like Santa and the reindeer are actually automatons created by the elves? So like the elves have sort of created this myth.
Santa died.
Oh, okay.
And we know this. He died, years ago. And they literally, for a little while, they had his zombified corpse sitting in the sleigh.
Don't talk about Tim Allen like that.
I'm sorry. He just looks so fucked. So anyway, they had his zombified corpse in the sleigh, but the problem is it was leaving stains everywhere. So they turned the magic off. Yeah. He lived for a little while, so they just froze him in like a massive snow globe in the middle of the North Pole. And so he just lives in there now. But they
just bumping against the wall, trying to eat brains.
Just bumping elf brains,
specifically.
And so one of the head elves decided, you know what, we've got to do something about this. All the kids need their presents. We've got 6 months, because they decided halfway through the year, he's not getting any better. The regeneration is it's sort of keeping him in limbo, but it got worse over the
he's degenerating.
As we know now, he's degenerating. So what actually has happened is, they've used their toy making abilities and made a toy Santa, like what has kind of happened in the Santa Claus before. Yes. But they got the programming right this time.
Well, and I feel like this, that was very much a, hey, we put some makeup on Tim Allen and he looks, plasticky. I want this thing should look like it's made out of Technic or like a Meccano,
Oh, yeah.
This is bolted together gears and pistons, kind of steampunky sort of Santa, I reckon.
Yep. I do like a steampunky Santa. I mean, because we all know that, outside of the North Pole, elf magic doesn't really work so much.
That's it.
So it's got to be the only technology that they know all about, which happens to be
just
steampunk.
Steam power. Yeah, that's what the workshop's been running on for centuries.
Yeah, and elf magic. Because
but
yeah. But as everyone knows, a higher lot of technology, will look like magic to people who don't understand it. So elf magic is just elf technology, but the problem is elf technology only works in the North Pole.
Yeah, it's actually powered by the the Aurora.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And so sometimes Cantasaurs can come all the way up to Australia, which we've never talked about this. But the reason why there are two Santas is because, a Canta and a Santa is they each take their respective halves of the planet.
Yes.
Yeah. So they don't ever get too close to the equator,
And age too
Canta
fast.
can do Australia and all that sort of stuff. Santa can do North America, and I mean, Canta really gets a better deal.
Yeah,
he gets paid the same. Doesn't have to do as much.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm wondering how much the actual population is split across. The southern hemisphere is it's not nothing.
It's not
You've
nothing.
got
It's
whole
got, you know,
continents, but
yeah. But how many are actually believe in the Christian religion? That's the thing.
well, and I mean, yeah, it's. I guess that depends on. Do we?
Sorry, I should.
Do we count Santa as Christian? Well,
I mean,
apparently 87% of the population lives in the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah. Let's just say that Santa is definitely more of the Christian side rather than, you know, you're not really going to see
like Muslim Santa. I don't know. I feel like there could be. I don't know enough about
I'm pretty sure that Muslims do not celebrate or get presents from Santa or Santa Claus.
But I mean,
I'm pretty sure that he's not delivering dreidels to the Jewish population.
That's fair. It is Christmas after all.
Yeah.
I just often Santas are kind of taking on different roles in different religions and that sort of thing, I guess. You know, it sort of depends on how shapeshifty the particular iteration of Santa is.
Yeah.
Either way, Cantaslaus has less to do. That's for sure.
Cantaslaus has less to do, but he's not a robot. But the Northern Hemisphere one now is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Santa Claus is a robot and has been for the last 4 years.
Okay. Fairly recent. Is this after the intervention?
This is a different reality.
Yeah, I know.
Intervention's happening in our reality.
Okay.
He's still alive in our reality.
This is the metaverse.
This is like the Marvel Zombies universe. So all the Marvel characters became zombies, and so did Santa.
Okay. So we're actually crossing over our Bitstorm cinematic universe or game universe.
Yeah.
And
our metaverse.
And MCU's multiverse.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
The meta multiverse.
Yeah. Meta multiverse. Yeah. Multi-metaverse?
No, I was going to say is the Spider-Verse part of that as well, but that's Sony.
That's owned by Sony, so
yeah. I mean, the way things are going, it's all going to be fucking one company soon enough anyway.
Yeah. It's all going to be Meta.
Or Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. So we haven't actually talked about what is this game?
What is this game? Yeah, I don't know.
What is this game that the Robot Santa... That's a lot of good lore.
Yeah.
What is the game?
I want to build this Santa, or at least like upgrade it, and there should definitely be some aspect of modifying.
I mean, you're gonna have to upgrade him for every year. Like he's, you've got to give him, a tank for all the milk. Mm-hmm. Because otherwise it just flows down onto the carpet, and the kids start finding out that Santa,
just the hose coming out the back of him, going back up the chimney, a pump in the sleigh.
And I like the idea that, because he's made of metal, you've got to do something to stop all the rust.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to do something to stop.
How do you solve the freezing issue?
Like, how do you solve the freezing issue? How do you make sure that steam is still going to be produced when it's so fucking cold?
Yeah, in the higher altitudes or the colder. I mean, they're from the North Pole. They've got a decent handle on generating steam under those conditions. Yep. But, things can go wrong. Pipes burst. Pressure is lost.
And we don't know what slowing down time, like they usually do, is going to actually do to metal. Like, what the fuck is going to
the forces
happen?
applied, the tensions. I like the idea of this game maybe being you're at a monitoring station viewing multiple cameras, like you've got gauges and things for the pressure and the different things inside this, the temperatures and stuff. And it's like dealing with the shit that comes up.
Oh crap! He's going into the dead of winter in Minnesota. Okay, great.
Yeah,
so
like
now we have to increase the pressure and get that steam running hotter. But that means that we're going to have to make a stop by the Great Lake to fill up on water.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your water refills.
Because what happens to the water that's been turned into steam? It needs to be replaced.
Course,
you don't have an unlimited supply. The sleigh is only so
now
big.
a lot of places in the Northern Hemisphere in particular, you can just be scooping up snow. You've even got, they've added ramjet functionality to pull it straight out of the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
But, there's certain areas that doesn't work.
Every now and again, they just get a little bit of that salt and they see the cloud.
Yeah.
They see the cloud. Starts raining. That's how it works.
Yeah. And then it's about sort of how effectively can you do a Christmas run? It's a roguelike.
Cool. Well, I think that's about it.
That's it for our Christmas episode. Yeah. If you want to find our previous episodes online and all of the Cantaslaws, Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus lore from previous years, go to bitstormcast.com. and check it out, or anywhere else you get fine podcasts. Yeah.
And if you like the song that we play at the end of each episode and at the start, that song is called Mount Defiance, off of the album Containment Value by the band Kuradust. You can find that at kuradust.bandcamp.com. Now, we have potentially a late Christmas present for you coming in the form of a game demo that should be out by January.
Yes, hopefully so. We are trying very hard to get that out, but
the little game elves are working very hard. the game elves is my nickname for Ben's fingers.
All my fingers, all 10 of the game elves. We're hoping to get that out very early January, just because we probably don't want to release it over Christmas and New Year. If it's done by then. But you can check that out on Steam, search for the Grant Grover Anthology, wishlist it, or go check out bitstorm.games.
Yeah. So that is all we have time for.
That's it. Thank you again for joining us this week on Bitstorm. I'm Ben Slinger.
I'm Trevor Scott.
And I'm running out of steam. Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas.